Assalamu alaikum my dear students. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. I am Nasima Akter, Assistant Teacher of Science, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Dear students, today I am going to take a science class for class 6 students. Dear students, our today's topic is Chapter 1, Creative question number 3. That means this is our extra creative, and today we will read the Chapter 2 also. Let's see today's topic from here. Students, our today's topic is Chapter 1, Creative number 3, Extra Creative Question and Answer. And today we will also read Chapter 2, and this is lecture number 4, and our today's HW number will be also 4 number HW. So dear students, let's start the class. Students, at first we will solve this question and answer. Look at here. Here is the Q-3 number, and this is the stem of this CQ. Let's read this one. Here is written, Raihan reads in class 6. After completing the first chapter of science textbook, his science teacher gave him an assignment. He has to experiment and water is necessary for a plant to survive. His teacher gave him a preliminary idea about the steps of the assignment. Now question A is, what is knowledge? And question B is, mention the steps of scientific process in a flow chart. And here is C number, water is necessary for a plant to survive. Explain. And D number here is, how Raihan will carry out his assignment. Students, now here is question number A. Answer is here. And let's see the answer. Here is written. Students, this will be E. Knowledge. Answer is, knowledge is information related to something. Knowledge is information related to something. And here is B number. The steps of scientific process is as follows. Students, you will get these steps in your book, page number 3. And I have written here also. Let's see. At first, here is the flow chart. First step here is selecting question or problem. Next is here collecting information, and then probable result or hypothesis. And here is planning of experiment and observation, methods and preparing tools for data collection. And here is observation and data collection. And next is here analysis of collected data, and next is here acceptance of rejections of results. And the last one here is dissemination of findings. Now next is C number answer. C number answer is here. According to STEM, water is the primary element that makes up the structure of plants. Like all life on earth, plants need water to survive and grow. Plants need water for photosynthesis. That is the process by which plants make their food, and water is essential to this process. Water enters a plant stem and travels up to its leaves, where photosynthesis actually takes place. Water is also used for transportation of nutrients from the soil to green plants' tissues, and it also helps in the germination of seeds. Now for D number answer. Here is Raihan will carry out the assignment given by his teacher in following ways. Name of the experiment. Then at first you have to write down the name of the experiment, and the name of the experiment here is the experiment on whether water is necessary for a plant to survive. Students, the next part for D number answer you have to write down by yourself, and you will get this answer in page number 3. And here is the page number 3. You can see this is page number 3, and here you will be find this answer. Here is the experiment. You will just summarize this experiment. The answer is from page number 3 to 4. For this you have to point out this, all of this 1, 2, 3, 4 point. You have to write down this, and then you have to summarize these points. Students, now we will read this chapter. This is chapter 2, and the name of this chapter is Living World. And here is 12th number page. In 12th number page, here is lesson 1, main characteristics of living things. And here is written, in this chapter we will discuss the main features of living things: plant, cattle, fish, insects, mushroom, etc. are organisms or living things. They have life. On the other hand, brick, stone, air, utensils, etc. are lifeless. Therefore, these are non-living things. Main characteristics of life here is movement. Living things or organisms can move. Some living things can move from one place to another. When plant grows, it also moves. But can any non-living things do that? Now 2 number, nutrition. Every living thing lives on food. Can a piece of stone take food? No. Now 3 number, reproduction. Every living organism can produce its own kind. Animals have babies, plants have saplings, that means young plant. And can a non-living thing do that? No, they can't. Now 4 number, excretion. Every living organism removes waste products by a special process. This process is excretion. Elimination of urine and carbon dioxide is an excretory phenomenon process. Does a non-living have this process? No, they can't do that. Now come to here, this is 5 number point, sensitivity. If we are pricked by a needle, we feel pain. When bright light falls on our eyes, they get closed instantly, because needle and light etc. create stimulation in our body. When we touch sensitive plants such as lojjaboti, they get contracted. But if you touch or hurt a piece of stone or brick, does it show any response? Now come to here, this is page number 13, and here is 6 number point, respiration. Every living organism starts breathing after birth. This act of breathing in and out continues up to death. Next is here growth. Each living organism grows gradually after birth. Does any growth take place in non-living things? 8 number, adaptation. Living organisms are able to adjust and adapt themselves to their environment. An organism can adjust with the surrounding environment. Now come to here, this is lesson 2, classification of living organisms. And here is all living things of past and present are arranged in a certain method to give a holistic but brief overview of them. This process of arrangement is classification. Biologists have tried to classify the organisms from time to time. The most recent method of such classification is invented by Margulis and Whittaker in 1978. According to modern method of classification, the living world is divided into 5 kingdoms. And here is the 5 kingdom. Look at here, the first one here is Monera, then Protista, then Fungi, then Plantae and Animalia. Let us see what features have been considered while putting the organism into these 5 different kingdoms. Kingdom 1, Monera. The main feature of these organisms are the organism is unicellular and has no well developed nucleus. They are too small, cannot be seen without microscope. Example here is Rhizobium. Kingdom 2, Protista. These living organisms have well developed nucleus and they are unicellular. They can live alone or in a colony, example amoeba and euglena. And unicellular means one cell. They have only one cell. Kingdom 3, Fungi. They have well defined nucleus. They could be either unicellular or multicellular. Multicellular means more than one cell. Their bodies do not carry chlorophyll, therefore they are saprophytic. That means saprophytic meaning they depend on other organisms for their food. Example yeast, mushroom, penicillium, etc. Now come to here, this is page number 14. Kingdom 4, Plantae. Usually they can prepare their own food, so they are autophytic. So they can make their own food, that's why they are called autophytic. They can be unicellular or multicellular. The cell wall is made of cellulose. They have well developed nucleus, example fern, mango, blackberry, jackfruit. Now kingdom 5, animal world or Animalia. These organisms have no cell wall which is composed of cellulose. Usually their cell have no of plastic. So they are dependent on plant directly or indirectly. Example fish, bird, cow, man, etc. So dear students, I have finished my today's topic. Now I will give you HW. Our today's HW will be 4 number HW and your HW will be CQ3 chapter 1 CQ3 number and sub number will be D. Students, I am repeating your SW. Your SW number is 4 number SW and your SW will be chapter 1 CQ3 number and sub number will be D number. That means here is the D number answer I have said to you and it will be your SW. So dear students, I hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practice it at home and do your SN SW in your SW copy.